It's the NFL on EA Sports. And we'll be watching the Falcons' sure-handed tight end. No shortage of work for him, sitting second in the league in catches. It's the Falcons and the Vikings, and it's coming right up on EA Sports.
It is a Chamber of Commerce afternoon here in the great state of Georgia. We've got the roof open, wide open, and we are ready for football at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Today, it's the penultimate week of the regular season, week 16, and we've got a good one in store between the Minnesota Vikings and the Atlanta Falcons. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. CD, you look at the Falcons in this matchup. You figure they've got to be looking forward to this one. They've got a clear advantage on the offensive side of the ball.
Yeah, and they totally understand it, not just by running the numbers, but those numbers do play into it because you've got one of the better passing offenses in the league, a top 10 unit, going up against one of the poor defenses in the league. So I think we're going to see these guys take some shots downfield. But right from the start, I expect them to attack and get right after them.
Season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about it being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
Going to begin the drive here with Madison. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. And he whips that one incomplete there. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. He'll look to throw. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the first down. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. And not the start they envisioned. Looks like a 3 and out. And for a team that hasn't won a game in a while, that's tough.
And what we have to look out for and keep an eye on is the same thing that their coaches are doing. Wanting to see if guys are going to get discouraged early and sag because of what's happened in the recent losing streak. Can they stay with it despite a tough first drive?
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And it will be Falcon football. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by the first overall selection of the 2016 draft. From Cal, it's Jared Goff.
And at one point, the ascension of Jared Goff was really, really strong. Back-to-back Pro Bowls, took his team to the Super Bowl, and came really within 1 quarter of winning it. But since that time, he's had bouts of inconsistency, and that's been the struggle for him as he tries to get back to the form he showed earlier in his career.
Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. The numbers for Ridley a week ago. 4 catches, 51 yards.
And in doing preparation for the game, you notice where guys rank in the league in terms of statistical categories. He's 4th in the league in receiving yards. That caught my attention in a positive way.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Goff. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. Goff now looks to throw. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
First carry for Damian Harris, the Alabama man. And he'll work down inside the 45. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now it's Goff. And complete to Drake London. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 25-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Well, they clearly wanted to come out, Charles, and be aggressive throwing the football, and they've been pretty efficient along with that aggressiveness. He's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, and that's led to a fresh 7 downs. I like what he's doing back there. You can tell he's at ease. Feels good about what he's doing. I think if I'm the play caller, I'm reading that, I'm continuing to let him throw the football.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Up the middle they go with McAllister. And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down marker at the Vikings 17. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Okay, didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
4th down, and the attention turns to Falcon kicker Younghoe Koo. Koo knocks this one through the post.
And the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage.
So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
The Vikings taking the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback. Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Here's Cook again.
And some room to maneuver.
And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They'll try the middle with Cook. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. There are the numbers for Cook from a week ago. 16 carries, 80 yards.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air or maybe change up how you establish your run game.
And now the throw going to Fuller, and he's got it.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Now a play fake, and it's Newton. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. And just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
Yeah, and this time it's going to come from the middle linebacker because watching the lineman, it seemed to me that they thought he was going to drop back into pass protection, but he surprised them and came on the blitz instead and had a pretty clear run to the quarterback.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there.
Falcons offense making their way onto the field. Let's take a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC.
Well, with 3 weeks left, they are in one of those 3 wild card spots, Charles, but that spot is not clinched, and there's not a ton of breathing room for them, so the bottom line, they just need to focus on winning right now.
Yeah, they totally have their eyes open, don't they? They know they've got teams trying to run them down. They can hear their footsteps. The question coaches ask guys in the locker room, do you have another gear left to pull away and lock in that playoff spot? If so, let's hit it.
On first down, Goff.
Right back to Pitts again.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll make it second down. A shotgun snap for Goff. He gets it complete to Harris. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and that'll leave them with a 3rd and 2. Goff throwing again. And he will find Ridley. That's complete.
And he's going to have a Falcons first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Now a first down throw. Goff. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. On second down, this is Harris. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
Looking for Ridley on the out route. He's got it.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. His 4th catch already in this first quarter. It's a first down.
Now how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
Kevin O'Connell clearly unhappy with that call, and he's thrown that red challenge flag out on the field. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide, and I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things, but even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So score one for Kevin O'Connell. His decision to throw the challenge flag, a good one.
Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad.
Dalvin Cook taking the field for the Vikings' next possession.
A 1,000-yard campaign in his sights, Charles, but needs a little bit of a kick here down the stretch to reach it.
And sometimes at this stage of the season, you're looking for that extra goal, right? That extra motivation to accomplish what you want, not just as a team, but as individuals. He's got to stretch a little bit to get there. That might be what they're talking about during the practice sessions in their meetings. Hey, we can still get this done. Let's go ahead and feed him the ball.
And the offensive line, I'm sure they're well aware of where he stands as well.
They are, and I think for them, it would be an even better accomplishment to get there now because it seems like a little bit of a reach.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
Arnold Ebiketie in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Well, it was 2nd long, now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in their own direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on third down. Back to throw. Looking right sideline, that's complete. And he'll be out right at the 35. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18.
That's a big gainer on that play, and from experience, I can tell you, that's where defensive backs will come into the huddle and say, guys, how about some pass rush? But you're going to say it nicely because those big guys up front, they don't like being criticized very much. Quarterbacks in this league, you know they'll pick you apart if you give them time like that to find receivers downfield.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
41 yards rushing for him now to this point. The Vikings are 1-13 now on the year. They come in needing just to do something to stop this skid here before the season ends.
And let's face it, everyone now, they're looking to the leaders, both in the locker room and the coaching staff and, of course, ownership, because they've got to get a clear understanding about how everyone feels, because to me, you've got to focus on everyone in the locker room right now. That's what you're playing for. The future, it'll take care of itself.
A gain there of 21 yards.
Second and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. They fake the give. Newton. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. Now back to throw. Toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Here's Madison running on first down. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. On second down, here's Newton. And it's caught. The tight end Hill. And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. Back to throw here. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Jalen Naylor,
His 6th touchdown of the season.
and the Vikings have moved out in front. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that, so he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
Atlanta regains possession of the football. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
Now Goff on first down.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Goff.
And this incomplete. He tried to check it down to his running back and nearly had the ball picked.
Throwing on third. Goff. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down.
On third down, you'll give him that. You just want to make sure that you play the first down line. They were able to get him down and force the punt.
So on fourth down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. See Dalvin Cook in the offense heading back out. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And his throw here is going to be incomplete. This offense so far on third down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. He'll drop to throw. He'll dump this off to Cook. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton gets this one to Hill.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. In need of only about the length of the football here on second down.
They run the counter with Cook. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Here's Fuller with a catch. Touchdown, Vikings. Will Fuller, 40 yards. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to 11. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here.
It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Now a play fake, and it's Goff. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. To throw is Goff.
That's complete. It's Daz Newsome.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big third down conversion with a gain of 28.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on third down, and they keep the drive going.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw, Goff. Throw left side complete. That's Harris. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, on maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
Looking to throw again on second down. Goff. And his throw's going to be incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Out of the gun. Goff.
Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete. Down inside the 10.
It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Ball start.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
And they'll try again here, 1st and goal after the false start. Harris running straight ahead. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
Again, it's Harris.
And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Damian Harris, his 12th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Falcons are back within a score.
He finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it and catch it, and he gets it done.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. So an 8-play drive covering 80 yards. And it was Damian Harris who finished things off with a touchdown run.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Takes it at the 7. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
And let's shift our attention to Will Fuller. Well, he's within shouting distance of a 1,000-yard season. Going to need a pretty good finish, though, if he wants to reach that mark.
Well, I like how you phrased it, partner. He is within shouting distance. If he stays on this pace, he's got a shot at it. But he needs a big game in there, right, to make sure that he gets it. So you know that during the week, in practice, and look, he asks for the ball all the time anyway. He's really going to ask for the ball and let his quarterback know he's open.
2nd and 6.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. He'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright.
This will be fielded at the 17.
A nice return that time of about 14 yards.
And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Atlanta now coming out on the field.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Goff now to throw.
Into the hands of London.
And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field.
But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
The Falcons on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This time it's 3rd and 3. A shotgun snap for Goff.
That pass taken in by Newsom. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
They'll run up the middle with McAllister. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Goff. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. From the gun, here's Goff. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
On 4th down, Michael Pilardi on to punt.
Yikes. Terrible kick. Headed straight for the sidelines. And now out comes Minnesota.
As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Here's 2nd and 8. Green's got it over the middle. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on 3rd down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right. They need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw.
Man open downfield, it's Fuller. He'll get it inside the 20.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Got a man complete. It's Fuller again. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. 2nd and 1. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line.
Arnold Ebiketie.
That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Now back to throw. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick here is good. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10.
So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the two teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
So out come the Falcons now.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
From the 29, Goff.
Over the middle, caught by London.
And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field.
Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
Goff wants to throw on 3rd and 1. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. To the air again, Goff.
Got a man, it's London.
And they're trying to line up quickly here. Goff urging them on.
Throws right back to London, complete again.
And he is going to lose yardage here. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this 3rd down play takes place. As the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Throwing on 3rd, Goff. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. On now the former Vol, Michael Pilardi. This is taken at the 23. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Newton on 1st down. Escaping the pressure. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. So we are at halftime here on Christmas Eve as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in everyone to this Christmas Eve edition of the EA Sports halftime report. So let's get to it. We'll begin up at legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay. And as you see, they were winners back on Thursday night. Jimmy Garoppolo, 5 touchdown passes, leading his guys to the victory. From there, we head over to MetLife Stadium to check in on the Jets. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Chiefs. Corey Davis, a touchdown reception. Finally, we'll save the biggest for last. We head to AT&T Stadium to see what's happening with the Cowboys at home in Arlington. And in that one, it's the visiting Giants who have the lead. Kadarius Toney, a touchdown reception. With that, we take a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Vikings. And they've definitely been able to exploit some holes in that opposing secondary, as they threw for close to 200 yards in those first 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, they too were able to take advantage of a soft secondary, as both of these two teams really threw the ball at will in that first half.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. Fielded right around the 8. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Falcons ready to go back to work to start the 3rd quarter. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the 3rd quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now. And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Now a first down throw. Goff. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
A give running left, McAllister. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Goff on first down.
He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Here's Goff. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
He'll decide to keep this once more.
And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. 3rd and 2, Goff.
That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So a roughing the passer penalty and an automatic first down.
And that's the mark of a bad team, partner, because that's an easily preventable penalty, but they just didn't take the proper steps to make it so.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Here's Goff. Touchdown, Falcons!
Dez Newsome.
His first touchdown on the year.
And the Falcons are an extra point away from drawing level. A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated it on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, a good throw, and the defense, they have no answer for that right there.
Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point.
And he gets it to go, and we're all even, 17 apiece. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And the Falcons score to cap it off. So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. Now a look at Will Fuller as he and the rest of the offense gears up to get ready to go again. Good day for him so far here in the 3rd quarter. He's hit pay dirt once, over 100 yards, but hey, it's the 3rd quarter. He's thinking, I want more, right?
He wants more, and it just increases the confidence of his team because every play he makes, that means his quarterback is really feeling good about throwing the football. Probably feels like he can't throw an incomplete pass when he throws it to him right now.
Yeah, he's looked really, really sharp. And this is incomplete. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
3rd down, here's a run by Cook.
And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35.
I like this focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need 1. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A 10th carry in the game for Cook.
Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
From the 38, Newton dancing to his left. And he fires one incomplete. Incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And here's Ryan Wright now,
as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He'll look to set up his blockers. A good return there, 17 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here.
Well, the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
Running right, here's McAllister. Puts it on the carpet, it's out. And the Vikings pick up the football. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
And that, Charles, you'd have to think a pretty avoidable mistake.
You're exactly right about that, partner, because it all comes down to covering up the football. Look, turnovers are going to happen. They're inevitable. But in a tie game in the 3rd quarter, those turnovers can change the tide of the ball game. And now it's up to their defense to try and bail them out. Got to take care of the rock.
Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. And now the throw hauled in by Green. Second and 4. He goes right back to Green. He's got it complete.
He's got room at the 30.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big pickup of 38.
And a nice milestone reached on that last throw, as here late in the season, he goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Cook up the gut. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. They'll look to throw. He's got Green. That'll go for a gain of 7. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out and counter too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. A.J. Green from 8 yards out as they have taken the lead.
A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Point after, right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
Fielded right around the 8.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
The Falcons ready to take over. And right now they're on the wrong end of the scoreboard, and that won't change if this drive ends like the last one when they had that lost fumble. So you have a feeling taking care of the football is certainly paramount right now.
Yeah, and it's not just the guy who dropped it on the last drive, is it? That means everyone who might touch the ball is getting the same message. Guys, ball security, paramount. Let's take care of it, and if we do, we've got a chance to put points on the board.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now Goff. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. Here's Michael Pilardi now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. We'll call that a 49-yard punt, but a net of just 39 following the 10-yard return. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Our attention shifts back to Desmond Ridder in this offense. He really continues to pick apart this defense. Last drive, perfect, and it culminated in his 3rd touchdown pass.
As long as we've been doing that.
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Arnold Ebiketie, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Newton on the right side, caught by Green. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's got a man, complete. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Cook. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. They'll go Madison up the middle. And he'll take this one down to the 36. They'll need to get up to the 30 for a 1st. This is 3rd down. Newton. And that will be incomplete. Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And that's off the right upright, and it bounces away, no good. And this will remain a 1-touchdown game. So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
Atlanta prepped and ready for its next possession. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Out of the gun, Goff. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
And that's patience to be admired right there, because he looks left, looks right, and waits for the right guy to come open, spots him in the middle of the field, and delivers.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Goff.
That pass taken in by Newsome.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. One quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Working with 2nd and 5 now.
Here's Goff. He completes it to Ridley. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 13-yard line. 18 yards the gain for number 18. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Goff.
Throw over the middle, going to be caught here by Pitts.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
2nd and 5 from the 8.
Now Goff. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Zadarius Smith from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. 2nd and manageable became 3rd and long. The drive marching to the end zone is one play from stalling out.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Goff now looks to throw. Screen play to McAllister. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long, because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the 1st down.
So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here.
Koo knocks this one through the post.
And that'll bring him back within 4. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
The Vikings offense making their way back out. Now let's give you a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down.
And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the 1st on the 35-yard stripe. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that'll bring up 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
And here's Ryan Wright now
as he's on to punt for Minnesota. And this will be taken at the 13. That's a 49-yard punt, 8 though on the return.
And it will be Falcon football.
Atlanta now coming out on the field.
Their defense accomplished step one of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth-quarter lead.
They'll start on the ground with Harris. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now it's gone. To the sideline, and it's caught before he's out of bounds. They try to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Goff. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here's A.J. Green as he gets set to go again on offense. They have to like what they've gotten from him in this game.
Think about the accumulation of catches.
8.
The yards per catch now, because you're getting more than a first down every time he's touching the ball. This is the kind of game you want when you're able to throw it out wide.
Absolutely. Over 100 yards, has the 8 catches. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Back to throw here. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
You need to get the ball away here in the 4th quarter while you're just holding a slim lead. But that punt, absolutely ideal. They pin them inside the 5-yard line. They give their defense a really nice opportunity.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here.
Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. Goff now looking to throw.
Over the middle, caught by London.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they could afford to go without.
The last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10.
Here's Goff.
Complete to Newsom.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. yards, the final tally.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
A handoff to McAllister. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. 11 more on that one and another first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. To throw again on 2nd down. Goff.
That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass.
From the gun on 3rd down, Goff. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Here's Goff. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Harris will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2.
And give him 2 yards officially, and now it'll be 3rd and goal. Play action. It's Goff. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10.
D.J. Waddle
in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down.
Even keeping the back end for extra protection on 3rd down, they still couldn't prevent the sack. Now it's 4th and long thanks to a terrific individual effort on defense.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This a 27-yard attempt here.
Koo knocks this one through the post.
And that'll bring him back within a point.
Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for it.
You're exactly right about that. And this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. Minnesota's offense takes over possession.
They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
7 yards there and a first down. Newton to throw. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time, and that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds.
Here's Madison running left. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. A give. This is Cook. They find some open field here. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Vikings are able to build on to their fourth quarter lead. Important extra point up and through, and that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. So Jared Goff in the offense. Down by 8. A minute 52 to play. And they're in danger of a 3rd straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10. Goff. Setting up the screen, Harris. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Goff now to throw. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now it's Goff. On a huge mistake late, it's intercepted. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. Well, this game has not been short on intrigue, but that's the backbreaker right there, and it's going to put any hope of victory to bed.
Yeah, they knew they needed the touchdown, and when you have that little time remaining, they know they've got no choice except to go for broke, and that they did. But the interception, that means defeat.
And now out comes Minnesota. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. It's a jet sweep. They get it to Green. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. It's a jet sweep. They get it to Green. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll try to get it on the ground with Madison. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Alexander Madison, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings might be moving closer to an elusive 2nd win of the year as they extend that 4th quarter lead. Well, they were looking to pick up the first down on 3rd and short. They got a little more than they bargained for, finding the end zone as well.
And oftentimes in short yardage situations, you get a lot of defenders stacked near the line of scrimmage, partners. So if you can get past that first wave, there's usually room to roam, and he found it.
Extra point forthcoming. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
A drive there of just 4 plays.
And it was capped off by a touchdown scamper from Alexander Madison. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
And now the attention on the Falcons offense. Trailing in this one now. 1:09 to play. They're going to need a Christmas miracle to pull this one out as they've got it 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Gone.
That's caught by Pitts.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
He's going to let it fly. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Desperation time for Goff on 4th. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. One crisis averted, but they still need to move hastily. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Now Goff.
He'll drop it off to McAllister as running back. And he will get to the sideline here, but that a minimal gain at best. 3 yards, possibly 4.
Throwing again is Goff. And that is incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
On 4th down, Goff. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. Victory formation time for the Vikings as they'll take a knee here.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for the Vikings, many wondered if a second win would come, but here it is as they climb to 2-13 now. And they'll return home next week to take on the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, their playoff hopes take a big hit as they fall to 8-7. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Nashville.